If you could warranty years, I know a lot of folks would be sending 2020 right back for replacement. But along with everything else that went wrong this year, I had to file 5 mountain bike warranties. Now, they were all for products manufactured before COVID, so the issue can't be blamed on the virus. But this is by far the most warranties I've had to submit over a year's time, so there may be something up with quality control in the mountain biking sector. Anyway, here's a rundown on how I fared during my year of living warrantied. So, my experience taught me a few things about mountain bike warranties. First, ask for and keep a receipt of every purchase you make, especially the big ones, because the first thing you'll get asked for on a warranty inquiry is proof of purchase. I know it's a pain to keep track of what you buy, but in this case, you could be SOL if you don't have that little cash receipt. Next, be sure to take photos of the damaged merchandise as soon as you discover it. It's really important to document your situation, and photos or even videos are the best way. I've sent videos in and they've actually said they were glad I did. Next, be sure to hang on to the broken part. Sure, it's of no use to you anymore, but the manufacturer may want you to send it back. If you do, ask for an RA. You may or may not get one, as the terms of warranties vary, and a lot of them stipulate that the manufacturer will repair or replace on the terms specified therein. And one of those terms may be that you pay for return shipping, but in any case, it's worth checking. Additionally, keep track of all correspondence. Copy yourself on emails. Don't delete the photos. Keep photocopies of the receipts if they ask you to send them. If they ask for merchandise to be returned, take photos of the packaging and the shipped item. You shouldn't need to refer to these as you'll have a tracking number and so on, but they're handy just in case. Now, if this sounds like a lot of time and trouble, yeah, it is, which is why I like to check long-term reviews of products I'm thinking about buying. The warranty process does usually work, but it's not without its penalties. Beyond all the hassle you have with communicating and interfacing with the manufacturers, you've got the downtime of being without the product to consider. And the downtime can take several weeks. And that's huge if you're talking the middle of the season or thereabouts. So, with that as background, here's the stuff I had a warranty in 2020. First up were the G-Form Pro Trail gloves. I really love these gloves, but the seams gave out in a couple of places, and G-Form promptly replaced them with gloves and a minimum of hassle. I rate them 5 out of 5 for warranty support. Worked really well. Um, Next, I had the Dakine backpack reservoir. I love Dakine's packs, and I like the reservoir, but this puppy's hose attachment mechanism broke after getting harder and harder to operate. Same thing happened to my ride buddy, so I know there's a problem here. Unfortunately, you have to buy a whole new reservoir and hose. You can't just replace a certain part. So I submitted a warranty claim a couple of months ago, and I got a reply that due to COVID response, times were slower than normal. But I should expect to hear within 4 to 6 weeks. So far, nothing. I can't give Dakine a rating yet, but it's not looking real good. I'd rather they got back to me a little quicker. I had an issue with the Bike Yoke Revive 1.0 dropper post, the original dropper post. The mast separated on my post without me ever crashing it or really doing anything else that might cause such a failure. Bike yoke was great to work with, but I had to send the post overseas to Taiwan and I had to pay shipping. So I went into UPS and they told me it'll be 159 bucks. Uh, nah, I didn't want to do that. I got it down to 56 bucks via USPS, and it took more than a week for the post to get to Taiwan. Their turnaround was great. They turned it around the same day, and the post came back to me within just 3 days. But packing it up and going through the process of shipping, everything else, that was a pain. No wonder bike shops don't do this anymore. Although they do seem more amenable if they have the part in stock and you can just do a swap. In any case, I'd give Bike Yoke a 4 out of 5 due to the extenuating circumstances. And by the way, they fixed this problem, which has happened to other people than me, with the current version of the post, the Revive 2.0. Be sure to get the 2.0. A number of the original posters still on sale. Next up was the Sella Italia SLR saddle with the carbon rails. This is their high-end, really lightweight model. I love the saddle, like I love all SLRs, but the rails snapped at the rearward bend. Sella Italia referred me to the vendor, which was Chain Reaction Cycles in England. I had gotten it on sale from them. And you can kind of imagine how that went. I eventually did get a replacement, but it took more than 3 months and a lot of Sturm and Drang. I'd give Chain Reaction a 2 out of 5 with an asterisk that Sella Italia should have replaced the saddle for me rather than forcing me to work with the vendor. I still love their saddles, but I may be thinking going to WTB or somebody else from here on out just due to the hassles of this warranty. I also had a Noble slash Onyx free hub give out on me. This guy froze up on a long single track climb and never spun free again. The insides were a complete disaster, but Onyx immediately warranted the hub and best of all worked with my LBS to replace it on my Noble wheel set. The turnaround was days, not weeks, and since it was the heart of the season, I was extra grateful. Kudos all around on this, 5 out of 5 with an extra gold star for expediency to the guys at Onyx. So there you have it. Was I just unlucky, or are mountain bikes and parts getting less reliable? Let me know what you think in comments, and hopefully we'll have a good warranty experience or two to share the next time I see you out on the trail.